In this lesson, we will cover how to plan and prepare a paid campaign utilizing SEO insights. To consider paid search campaign planning alongside SEO, you need to uncover how much you can afford to advertise within paid search and what existing SEO data can help you plan. A simple way to look at this as an organization is that you want to bid on paid keywords based on the best calculated assessment of profit. Imagine you're a child setting up a lemonade stand. You want to know what it will cost to create or build your product and what your profit will be. If you want to start advertising, you'll want to add in what it will cost to print and distribute these flyers. If your lemonade stand happened to start selling cookies, you would want to consider the profit margin on those cookies and the impact this would have on your average customer transaction. This boils down to figuring out the cost per acquisition. Now, this is different for every business, but if you've started to consider advertising, it's important you find a figure you're comfortable with to base all your paid planning calculations. Once you know your acceptable cost per acquisition, this helps you begin planning your paid campaign budget, how much you can afford to spend, and the expected results. SEO and web analytics data can help you better understand how your paid will perform for you. Now, you cannot expect paid to perform precisely like SEO traffic on the same pages due to the different keywords or intent that may be driving the traffic. However, it is a good benchmark and starting point for your calculations. Now, let's outline some useful metrics that are gathered through your SEO data for paid planning. 1. Average SEO conversion rate. 2. Average SEO sale value. 3. SEO conversion rate by product type. 4. SEO sale value by product type. 5. SEO bounce rate and other engagement rates. These metrics will help you calculate the conversion rate and average basket size of your sales. Now, if you are building campaigns around a variety of product types, you can try to review the data through the lens of each individual campaign. Alongside your SEO data, there are a few additional tools that can help you ascertain the expected cost and result of a campaign. One tool to help you understand the existing keywords driving traffic to your site is Google Search Console. Google Search Console is filled with information on the top keywords driving traffic to your site. You can use this information to gain additional volume on these keywords within your paid initiative. Now, it's important to remember that what drives traffic to your site are keywords you are already ranking for, so these keywords may not reflect what you intend to buy through a paid campaign. Another extremely useful tool during the planning process is Google Ads Keyword Planner. This tool is used to help you discover new keyword suggestions along with bid and budget estimates for performance for a particular keyword or keyword category. This can help you fill in the front-end metrics of expected cost per click and budget size required. If you are a Conductor Searchlight user, go into Explorer to discover relevant topics and keywords. Explorer identifies the best keywords to target for your page's content. Based on these findings, you can utilize new topics and long-tail keywords in your paid campaign that speak to the voice of the customer. Explorer also shows you CPC data alongside MSV, competition, and journey stage to help inform your paid strategy. When you combine the data from your existing SEO performance with your web analytics data and the PPC estimates from the Keyword Planner, you can start to get the full picture of what a PPC campaign will look like. It will also show you whether this fits within your expected cost per click and cost per acquisition. If it doesn't fit within your expected cost per acquisition threshold, you can attempt to lower CPC budgets or be more selective in the keyword choices. It is important to remember that adjusting certain metrics in your estimates may not reflect their real-life performance, and lowering something like CPC may actually lower your ad campaign position and drive a lot less volume than higher CPCs. If cost per acquisition is top of mind, another opportunity is to use automated bidding. Now, what this does is it will leverage Google's algorithm to adjust your CPCs for individual keywords based on your average CPA. Now, this can be very useful when you're optimizing at scale, but make sure that you do not set and forget this. You still want to monitor alongside to ensure it is delivering the results you expect. Now you have a framework of your PPC estimates that consider insights you've collected from SEO. We want to make sure that when your campaign is active and you are set up to track as much as possible in a holistic fashion. When doing this, there are a few key steps to remember to set up for synergy success before you even launch your campaign. One is make sure you link Google Ads to Google Search Console. Now, there are options within your Google Ads account to link to your Google Search Console. What this does is it will allow you to view the paid and organic report within Google Ads itself. Number two is be sure to link Google Ads with Google Analytics. Now, what this does is this is ensuring that your conversions appear appropriately in both Google Ads and Analytics. And it is a must if you plan to use any of the automated Google CPA bidding options. Number three, ensure Google Ads is tracking and tagging correctly. Whether you're using Google Analytics or otherwise, it's important that you launch your campaign with the appropriate tagging so that PPC campaigns appear correctly within your analytics. And do not get mixed up with SEO traffic coming from search domains. Conductor Searchlight Paid and Organic Optimizer. If you are a Conductor Searchlight user, this is a great opportunity to use the Paid and Organic Optimizer. This allows you to bring SEO and paid together and perform competitive analysis for both campaigns. Using this will allow you to focus your advertising dollars where you need them most. All that we've covered is not a foolproof method of success. There's still much optimization and work to do once the campaign is live, so make sure you set up to review your campaigns on an ongoing basis. The next two lessons will break down some use cases and key benefits of how SEO can help your paid campaigns and vice versa, and how both teams working together will ultimately lead to better results. Check out our quick marketing tip on how to monitor paid and organic synergy in Conductor Searchlight, and I'll see you in Lesson 4.